because we'd been like joking with this doctor and he was really nice and stuff.
He just turned.
And he's like, that's disgusting. Like he was just like so bothered. I would like for you to think of a time when you tried to break the ice and maybe it didn't come off the way that you'd hoped. Whether it is an exact event or probably a certain situation for you where this always happens.
So when I had to drop the semen sample off at the hospital?
Yes.
And I thought it was awkward because I was holding a jar of my own semen.
Semen, which you'd just taken in an Uber.
Yep.
Yep.
So what do? You break the ice with the receptionist because it's a bit awkward, right?
Yeah, because you go like, oh, I'm obviously uncomfortable.
Yeah. So I said, I got the stuff in my pocket. Where should I put it? She goes, put the jar over there. And I went, jar?
Yeah.
She didn't think that was funny.
But like, it is funny.
Is it? Thank you, because you're the first person
in that
who
situation.
said that's funny.
In that situation, like, you need a bit of levity, right? Like, you need something.
I was like, and she didn't laugh at all, but I was like, just give me something because I'm so uncomfortable.
And they give you nothing, and that's what you need at the time.
They've heard it all before.
I am on the record as saying, yes, I'm the kind of person that does try and soften the tension in an awkward situation.
Were you at a sports injuries place and your injury occurred while sitting on the couch watching TV?
Yep.
And how do you get out of that without comedy?
Like, so you're trying to make a joke and you know, like, and he's like, so what happened? And I'm like, oh, well, you know, like, I was playing for the Socceroos and fucking, you know, I've hurt myself. And he goes, what? And I go, well, obviously not. Like, I'm obviously, like, not a front line in the Matildas. Like, I'm not fucking playing hockey.
Soccer, football. Soccer, football.
What's the Matildas?
Yeah, soccer, football, the women's team.
No, isn't the Matildas hockey?
The Matildas is definitely football, soccer.
Oh no, Hockey Roos national. Maybe Hockey Roos women's.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that the Hockey Roos was only men's and the Matildas was...
Kookaburras? Is that the men?
Yeah, they're the Kookaburras. Yeah.
Okay,
hockey's
you know
Kookaburras.
what? Obviously that didn't work out. Because I don't even know what the fucking team's called. But that I've talked about in the past that especially in a medical situation, I feel like is when tension's really high and you're in like a really unfamiliar territory. Like things can be awkward. You know, you just talked about this massage thing, but you're kind of in like a comfy environment. Whereas I feel like if you're in a doctor's office or the hospital or whatever, it's really sterile.
Cold.
You're probably feeling quite nervous about whatever the outcome might be. And I think it just makes things so much worse. So last week, Taubes was cooking dinner and he does all the cooking in our house. And he burnt his hand really badly.
It's fucked.
It's really, really bad. And when I told you guys, you were like, oh, like how bad could a hand burn be? But we ended up actually having to go to the emergency room.
Yep.
So he ran it under cold water for like 20 or 30 minutes. We wrapped it in cling wrap and then we called the nurse on call and they were like, if you think it's bad enough to call us, probably just go to the emergency room. And I was like, oh, and Tools was like, it's a burn. Like, how bad could it be? It turns out it is a 3rd degree burn. It is really bad. And like, why are you making that face?
I'm sorry for distracting you. When you were telling me about Taubes' fully sick burns, I couldn't take it seriously because I just keep thinking,
like
oh,
fully
burn!
sick. Yeah.
I know I'm the whitest 35-year-old middle-class loser, but I just find that so hilarious.
Yeah, so Taubes got a sick burn and he's in the burn unit. Blah, like, you need some ice flat burn kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. But that is actually, it's quite serious.
Yep.
It's quite a serious burn. And
because it is a
fully sick burn. Anyway, so it is actually like a 3rd degree burn, which
Savage burn.
Is
that the technical term? I'm sorry.
I just feel so bad for him because it's actually it's really bad. But you are being a victim of medical comedy right now, I feel.
Okay.
Because it's uncomfortable and you go, oh my God, like a burn, blah. Like you just don't know what to do. Anyway.
Don't fucking finger guns me in the studio, mate.
So we went to the emergency room and like how long are you normally sitting in the emergency room for? Like hours and hours and hours. We got through in about an hour. That's how bad this fucking burn was. They were like, you need to see someone. It happened to be a long weekend. It was a Sunday night. It happened to be a long weekend. So they were like, oh, you need to go and see a plastic surgeon.
Whoa.
So I know that it sounds not bad, but it was actually fucking really bad.
To get through to emergency now, you'd have to be fully sick.
Do you want to go and I finish this myself?
Finally, after how many episodes we've done?
You finally give me what I
Yeah.
want. Anyway, so he got a referral to a plastic surgeon, and this guy apparently, you know, the classic like specialist appointment takes 3 months to get in.
Yeah.
They were like, you need to call them on Tuesday morning. They will see you on Tuesday.
Right,
Like,
okay.
here's the magic password to like
Yep.
get through in an emergency. So we had to go to this plastic surgeon appointment. We ended up getting an appointment. It was like 11:35 on the Tuesday morning. Taubes is in so much fucking pain.
Yeah.
Like, so much pain. Poor guy. Like, I just felt so fucking bad for him. Anyway, we get in there and we're really nervous because we don't really know what's wrong. All we know is that the emergency doctor has told us that it is a 3rd-degree burn and likely it will need a skin graft. So we're thinking, oh my God, like actual major surgery potentially.
Yep.
And, you know, Taubes is pretty tough and strong. He's quite quiet. I'm also tough and strong, but I like to talk through how I'm feeling.
Yep.
But in this situation, I couldn't talk through it because I didn't want to freak him out. You know, when you're trying to kind
That's
of
good self-awareness.
yeah, when you're trying to like be strong for somebody, because all I was thinking in my mind was, oh my God, you're going to have this surgery. It's going to be so painful. It's going to be expensive. Who knows how long it's going to take for you to get an appointment? Like just everything in my head, I'm thinking about all this stuff. And instead, I just sat there and I held his hand, the one that wasn't burnt, and I was like, it's going to be okay. And I'm thinking about all this shit and I'm like, I can't think about it. We just need to go in there and we don't know what we don't know. So we go in there and this guy, he's like early mid-40s, like pretty young, and he's pretty just like straight face. He's a fucking
doctor.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Yeah, and I think he's not even a doctor. I think he's a mister. You know, when you go beyond doctor and you're a mister.
Don't you start as a mister?
No, so you're a master actually as a kid, and then you're a mister when you are of age.
Yeah.
And then if you become a doctor, you can then become a mister again.
It sounds like a demotion.
I know.
I'm not questioning the qualifications, but it's...
Yeah, so it's like if you do further study than just like being a doctor, you're then a mister again. It's a So
That's so dumb.
The oncologist that my mum had was Mr. McQuillan. He wasn't Dr. McQuillan. He was like, yeah.
I'd be like, well, excuse me, Mr. McMillan, can we get a fucking doctor in here?
We need a doctor. We need a doctor.
Like, my mum is pretty sick.
Yeah. Turns out the guy from the street didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
She died anyway.
Can we get a real doctor
Maybe
in here?
if we had a doctor, she would still be with us.
That's dark, mate.
It is dark. Anyway, so...
Any mystic if you can get a TAFE course qualification.
Yeah.
Cert 4 in medicine.
He goes, yeah, did you run it under cold water?
Put some ice on that chair.
I think it'd be fine. And he goes, that's a fully sick
burn. I love my job. I make this sick burn joke every fucking day. I've got a cert 2 in burns.
I actually did
Montgomery's in the house.
Did you just hear Cam say Mr.
Mr.
Burns? Oh, he goes, I actually did improv comedy and I'm pretty good at this.
Let's get Smithers to take a look.
Poor Taubes. His hand's going to fall off. Anyway, so we sit down and he goes, so what seems to be the problem? And Taubes goes, oh, I've got this burn. It's blah, whatever. And he goes, phew. He's looking at it and he goes, phew. How'd you do that? So, because the whole thing had been fully dressed.
Yeah.
And it had like a fucking silver thing on it and it was just all whatever. So it had been fully done up. He cuts the bandage off and he goes, wow, like that's really bad. Yeah. How did you do that? And Taubes goes, oh, I was cooking. And he goes, whew. Dangerous activity, I guess, like taking the piss and kind of inferring like that's why the women should do it. Kind of thing. Like, this is... and he didn't say that.
So not only was he a mister, he was also a fucking asshole.
But, like, he didn't... I think he was trying to be like, oh, like, this is why we should stay out of the kitchen, mate, kind of thing.
Actually, sorry, your title is mister, not misogynist. So
nice.
How about you stop being a fuckhead?
Very good. And...
he's trying to provide for his family.
Yeah. And so that kind of made me a little bit uppity because I went, oh. And he went, oh.
Tony Lodge? No.
Oh. Dangerous activity, and kind of like made the joke, looked at Taubes, looks at me and I go, yeah, that's why I never do it. And he laughed.
But you were making a joke, though.
But I was kind of like, yeah, that's why I never do it. Like, he does all the cooking. And he went, oh. And he laughed and then was kind of like, oh, okay, this is like a chill situation. And it was. And because he laughed at my joke, it actually really did diffuse like all of the tension in the room. And then he's kind of going through and he's going, oh, yep, I think it is really bad. What I'm going to do is blah, 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 X, Y, Z. You're going to have to go and get it redressed at another doctor over the next week and then come back and see me next week.
Oh, God.
So it's like, we need to take care of it, but we can't dress it at home because of what it needs or whatever. And then he continues kind of explaining that and he goes, I'll redress this for you now. And then he goes into his drawer and he's like, oh, I don't have the gauze that I need or whatever. And he opens like another drawer and he's like tinkering around and whatever. And like the old dressing is like sitting on the table. And I can feel that Taubes is getting quite tense.
Oh.
Because
he's like, wrap this up?
He's kind of like, well,
Sorry,
I think because he's like in pain and he's like, cool, like I didn't even get the answer that I needed today. We have to wait a whole week.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And,
so he's like, fine, wrap it up, let's get out of here.
Yeah, and he's just like kind of uncomfortable and the guy's like, well, I don't know where my bandage is and it's kind of getting a bit tense in the air again. And Taubes, he's quiet. He doesn't really go out on a limb much. And then the guy goes, well, I can't find the thing. And Taubes goes, oh, just use the old one. Like he goes, oh, just put the same one on.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, oh, that's you've made a comedy just like choice here.
Was he joking?
Yeah, because obviously it's dirty and like fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a third degree. Anyway,
Yeah.
So he goes, well, just use the old one. It's sitting right there kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the doctor goes, I can't reuse a bandage. That's been used. And like, looked at Taubes like he was just the biggest moron ever.
Just to 100% confirm.
Yeah. Taubes was kidding.
Was he?
Yes, he was. He absolutely. Because he'd cut it wasn't as if it was
Did he say it with a comedic tone?
He went, oh, just use that one kind of thing.
It kind of
the
sounds
delivery
like
was
he
made
maybe meant it.
But
Even
so-
though he didn't, it could have sounded like he did.
But like, because we'd been like joking with this doctor and he was really nice and stuff, I was just like,
He just turned.
And Taubes was like, oh, like, and he was like, that's disgusting. Like, it was just immediately, it was kind of like,
No.
oh, I'm going to go get the bandage. Like, he was just like so bothered by what like he'd said.
If he was actually a doctor, he would have said something like, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, I'm
But
a mister.
Obviously he's not, but
I'm a mister.
even I know that.
And then...
And I'm not even a doctor.
Anyway, he finally like finds the thing that he needs and he wraps it up and we go out and we pay the fucking $7,000 and then we walk back down to the car. And I was like, oh, how are you feeling after that? And he was like, oh, not great. I was like, you went in with the joke. I was like, you backed in that joke. And Taubes was like, he'd laughed at your joke. I assumed it was fine. And I was like, it wasn't fine.
Does Taubes now feel he's a victim of medical comedy?
Well, he was lured, he reckons, he was lured into a false sense of security.
Lured.
And then he made the joke and he was like, oh, he didn't get it. And I was like, your delivery was off. But
So even you admit now the delivery and the tone was not right.
yeah, but the thing is that he thought like, oh, we're all friends now.
No.
And then it just bombed. It was awful. It
He's
was
tanked.
like, you could hear the toilet flush like 3 offices away. Like, it was just awful.
No. I'm Team Taubes, and I think he should take this show on
You
the
were
road.
just hanging shit on
no, I've
Taubes.
changed my tune. I reckon he should go do stand-up and do that gear. The irony of him being incredibly unfunny
Yeah.
is that this is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So maybe he's